My name is Mutuk, and I'm a medical doctor. I decided to come to Duchess Hospital, obviously, because I realized that I had fibroids. This is something I found out not too long ago, but I didn't take seriously because every 1 in 5 women are prone to have fibroids. And honestly, it's never really something to be bothered about till it becomes troublesome. And I have been practicing, but I noticed that this was taking a toll on my health. And I decided to take this thing into my hands and find the best hospital in Nigeria, come back home and get this done. I live in Ikeja and GRA is in Ikeja. So before relocating, I've had to pass Duchess Hospital a couple of times when I'm trying to link to other areas of Lagos. And anytime I pass this hospital, it just gives me a very international standard kind of feeling, right from the exterior looks to the interior looks. And I'm always like, wow, this is such an amazing standard for our country. Aside that, it's been a hospital that my fellow colleagues have also talked about, based on good standards, good ethical procedures, and everything that has to do with advanced patient care. So knowing I was coming back home, there was no other hospital I had in mind than Duchess Hospital, because I'm like, I have to get the best if I want the best, and I'm glad I'm here finally.
The mission of the Duchess International Hospital from the start was to reverse the trend in medical tourism. That was precisely what we intended to achieve from the start. We wanted to ensure that we were able to construct a healthcare environment of a particular standard, of an international standard, able to serve Nigerians at home and abroad. That required, of course, that we constructed an environment with the right governance structure, the right infrastructure, the right facilities, the right people.
I'm getting value for what I paid for. Amazing staff, caring staff, kind staff, and precise consultations. It's one thing for you to be asked questions, and it's another thing for somebody to relate with what you're going through and be able to answer all your queries and always be there to answer more.
The point that we're making is that we now have a fast-growing, very impressive, very well-resourced private healthcare system in this country that effectively is now an option for those who want to move from the public sector, which serves the majority of people in the United Kingdom, by the way, to the private sector in Nigeria, to have the same level of care, in many cases by very much the same consultants who would have seen these patients on Harley Street or in the private sector in the UK. The cost of coming home is so much cheaper. It is so much more cost effective to come home to Nigeria, to places like the Duchess International Hospital, to have these procedures and these treatments performed.
The thing about surgeries are you feel alone sometimes. The benefits of doing surgeries at home, I think, are innumerable. You have a large support from your family and friends. Home is where the heart is. You don't feel alone. As I said, I am having this surgery today, but honestly, my family and friends are here. It's more like a dream, and that's because of comfort cushion that I get from family and friends. And that's why I always advise people to do it as much as you can at home, because there's a lot of benefits. That alone has a role to play in healing. You heal faster, to be honest. And I'll always recommend it anytime, any day.
She's got a very huge abdominal mass, fibroids, about 32 weeks pregnancy size. That's quite significant in the history of fibroids we see from day to day. Typically, most fibroids are less than 20 weeks. So hers is quite huge, and she's got this history in less than 5 years. Apparently, the fibroids were there before she got to know, but now that we're seeing her, it's so significant that it's impacting on daily life, and she can't really function without having to do the surgery. So we're going to do an open approach because this size is quite enormous for other approaches that she would have wanted to do physically laparoscopically. Basically, it's a surgery to reconstruct the wound back to preserve fertility, restore anatomy, and also physiological menstrual function. It was a very difficult surgery in terms of what we had to remove, the time spent, the expertise, the personnel involved, and combining all efforts together with the anesthesia type and the anesthesiologist skill, it was indeed a successful surgery.
She had a hernia as well. That's an umbilical hernia, also with the fibroids, and that was why I was invited, because I'm a general surgeon. Okay, so my role was just to help repair that hernia once they finish their myomectomy. It was a successful surgery, I would say. Extensive but successful.
I feel very ecstatic, to be honest, because God has been with me through this journey. I mean, this is just day 5 post-op, and I'm able to do a lot of things that I didn't know I'll be able to do at this time. And I'm honestly just so grateful for the journey. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to the amazing people that took part in that surgery, and everyone on the team that played an essential role for me to get here today. I felt very reassured because of the team that I had, as I said. Obviously, I had prayed, and I trust God because God is the greatest physician. And I knew that the minds He had put around me were enough and capable, had the spirit of excellence to deliver. So I was very rest assured, best believe. I just couldn't wait till the end of the surgery.
This country has for 3 to 4 decades exported an entire healthcare industry abroad. These very highly specialized and skilled Nigerians abroad have been very happy to come back to partner with hospitals like the Duchess International Hospital to deliver an excellent quality of care. And long may it continue. We are extremely pleased by this trend.
Good food, good environment, amazing ambience, lovely people, kind souls, beautiful customer service. And these are the things that I was looking out for in the place that I wanted to get this done. So I would say, based on everything they've written on their website, there's even more to find out about positive-wise when you get here. Duchess is an amazing place for anyone that wants to have this kind of procedure or any other procedure, that would help them on the long term. So I would say for our people that are scared to come back home, come to Duchess. Duchess is home, and home is where the heart is. So yes, it's going to be a lovely decision to do that.